Yo, what's up Flaviar family? This is Marc Farrell, the founder and CEO of Ten To One Rum. Thank you so much for sending in all of your questions. We're going to try to answer as many of them as we can. So let's just get down to it. I would say from a product development perspective, it took us about a year and a half to settle on these final expressions. Now, what you guys might know is one of the things that really sets Ten To One apart, some of the magic of the product, is around this idea of creating these really unique Pan-Caribbean blends. And so for us, this notion of really showcasing the breadth and the versatility of rum, of highlighting different distillation methods, different provenance, different terroir, bringing them to life in a single blend is really what Ten To One is all about. And so in the case of our aged expression, our dark rum, it's a blend from 4 different countries: Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, and the Dominican Republic. While our white rum is a blend from Jamaica and the Dominican Republic as well. And so again, we had some amazing feedback from friends, fans, and industry experts alike to help us land on something that hopefully you guys will agree is pretty exceptional. So when we talk about the mission of Ten To One, we talk all the time about this idea of challenging expectations, right? We really want to change the way that people taste, experience, and talk about rum. And so much of that for me comes down to shifting this notion of rum being limited to a very narrow set of occasions. I think the same is true even when you think about it more broadly around the sort of the cultural narrative that surrounds rum. I think we're trying to shift the narrative away from pirates and plantations and bring a much more contemporary, much more authentic, much more inspired view of not just rum culture, but Caribbean culture on the whole to life. I'd say my favorite rum cocktail is probably the Rum Old-Fashioned for a couple of key reasons. Number one, super easy to make. Talking about 2 ounces of rum, a couple dashes of Angostura bitters, maybe a 1/4 ounce or so of Demerara or simple syrup. Number two, I think a lot of the notes in our 10 to 1 aged expression pair really well and really present in a very, very compelling way in an old-fashioned. And number three, it really shows off the versatility of rum. I love creating cocktails that actually aren't usually associated with rum that can really show off how dynamic and versatile the spirit can be. My favorite rum besides Ten To One, I'd probably have to say El Dorado. Just have a ton of respect for what they've done in the category. And it's also a rum that my family and I used to enjoy around Christmas and New Year's and some of those moments of celebration in Trinidad. Growing up in Trinidad was such an incredible experience. Actually, I'm repping Trinidad and Tobago right here on my shirt this morning. Shout out to Levi Marcus. But it's just an extraordinarily rich cultural tapestry, right? If you think about all the different races, religions that found a home in Trinidad over the course of our history, and how that's manifested in everything from the food, the music, the art, the culture, just really an incredible place to grow up and to experience. And to me, probably the most magical and amazing part about growing up in Trinidad is really, I think, sort of the energy of the people. We have this very unique kind of joy about us. When you hear me talk about this kind of crazy energy, joie de vivre, these moments of celebration, no celebration in the world like Trinidad Carnival, by the way. Those are the things that you really appreciate growing up in Trinidad and certainly miss when you're far away from home. The final question we seem to have received is, are you single? I assume that's a question directed to me. If so, the answer is currently yes. My mother has asked that any potential future Mrs. Farrells reach out to her directly. I'm sure the Flaviar team would be happy to facilitate. All right, guys, I think that's a wrap. Hope that answered some of the questions you have about me and 10 to 1. And look forward to the next one. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers.